There's a cost of living crisis. The pay is not great. It's because I'm addicted to grocery shopping. You know what? I'm admitting it, and that's the first step. Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. If you are new here, then hello. My name's Vicky, and I just vlog about my life, do random little videos. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video, so if you are new and you came to this video for this one, then just warning. I do normally just like vlog my life and kind of, you guys just get to follow along my journey in London. I'm a 27-year-old Canadian who lives in London. I moved here about 1.5 years ago, and it's just kind of been like a journey of finding new jobs and moving over here, making new friends, all of that fun stuff. But today I'm doing what I spend in a week in London. So I work in marketing now. I have a 9-to-5 job. I do a little bit of freelance, but like not a lot right now. So yeah, I work in marketing, like I said, in central London. So I travel into London like 2 to 3 times a week, 3 times moving forward. Sorry, travel into central London 2 to 3 times a week. And I just thought, like, when I was moving over here, I was so interested in watching these videos and kind of finding out what everyone was spending and just like what a typical life could look like, what you would be spending. And forewarning, I live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. I think it's listed last time I checked as the 4th most expensive city in the world. There's a cost of living crisis. The pay is not great. I'm listing it off these things as if I don't love it here, but I do truly, truly love London, or else I wouldn't be here because it is such an expensive city. But I just thought this would be kind of fun. I love watching these videos, so I thought I would make one myself. It was a pretty typical week. I went into the office twice and I went to an event once. Other than that, I was kind of just bopping around my area. I didn't spend too much on transportation. I got a couple of free meals through work, which is not super typical, like sometimes we will, so that was kind of nice. But otherwise I did still spend an astronomical amount on groceries because I'm addicted to grocery shopping, and that's what this video has made me realize. And you know what? I'm admitting it, and that's the first step. So, but I don't eat out very much, so I'm like, okay, I can spend a lot on groceries if I'm not going out all the time. Anyway, I got my trusty iPad here with me just to go over some of the breakdowns of what I spent over the week, just so I could like have it all in front of me. So Monday I was in the office and I went to the gym in the morning, and beside that I don't think I spent too much. So my gym, the gym that I go to regularly, like it's just like a basic gym, that the monthly fee actually came out on Monday. But for the sake of what I spend in a week, I'm gonna break everything down by like a weekly expense. So on that day, my gym membership came out, and I only spent a little bit of money on the TfL. So TfL is Transport for London. That's what like the tube, the bus, overground, all of that runs on. And if you use the same card all throughout the day, then it will all amalgamate and you'll get charged later in that day. And there's a cap. I can't remember what the cap is, but I'm pretty sure it's around £8. And generally you get charged a little bit more if you're traveling during peak hours, which if I'm going to and from work, I am traveling during peak hours. So on Monday, I spent $27.99 on my gym membership, which is technically $6.99 for the week, and also $6.80 on transportation for the day. So I think it's $3.40 one way, $3.40 the other, which is actually kind of a lot when you break it down, like especially because my mind still partially works in Canadian dollars. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money, but gets me to and from work pretty quickly, pretty reliably, unless, you know, something goes wrong on the tube, which there are a lot of strikes. But can't really complain. I love the public transportation here. Like that's one of the reasons I love this city so much. Where I'm from in Halifax, the public transportation, if you know, you know, it's a garbage. Like it's pretty much non-existent. There's barely a bus. We definitely don't have any like train services or anything like that. And we have the infrastructure to do so. So I really think Halifax needs to up their game, but that's a topic for another time. On Monday, I actually got free lunch with my work because we all did like a team lunch. We had won it previously and it was just the time that worked out. So we all went out for lunch together and I didn't have to pay for that, which was nice. Monday done. I just got home from the office and I actually didn't spend like anything today except for my travel to and from the office. I don't have an Oyster card, so yeah, I know. It's just, I just didn't think it was worth it because I didn't know how long I was gonna be here, and now if you get an Oyster card, you can connect it to your rail card and then you can get discounts on like off-peak times when you're traveling and stuff. It's definitely worth it if you're gonna be like staying here for a while, I've heard at least. But anyway, I just use my Apple Pay, just connected to my Wise debit card, and that's just how I pay for it. And on Tuesday, I went to the marketing event, the Breeze marketing event, and I also got free lunch and coffee and snacks and stuff there, which was really awesome. And it was a super, super like interesting event. I'm so glad I got to go. I'm very thankful for that. But I did stop on the way home and get some almond milk, I believe that's what I got. And I stopped at the co-op and I got almond milk for £2.45, pretty standard. And I also spent $6.80 on the tube that day. So that was, again, like typical traveling to and from on peak hours. So $3.40 each way. My camera died, so I'm using my phone right now. And I'm using like the regular back camera. But I just got home from my event, so I thought I'd check in about like what I spent today, which is essentially zero. I mean, I spent whatever I did on transit. Have to stop at the store and get some milk because I ran out this morning. And on Wednesday, my Prime membership came out. So that was $8.99, but if we break it down weekly, then that's actually only, what, $2.25 per week? So that's not bad. And I actually stopped at Tesco again and spent $15.35, which like, this week I went to Tesco like 3 or 4 times. I went to Sainsbury's at least twice, and I went to the co-op once. And there's probably more. Like anyway, like I said, we're working on it, but there's worse addictions to have. So yeah, on Wednesday altogether, that was $15.35 and $8.99, which technically if we break it down for a week, it's $2.25. It's literally so disgusting out right now, but I did go to the gym. So on my way home, I stopped at Tesco just to pick up a couple things. Honestly, I wasn't gonna go to the gym, and if I didn't go to the gym, I wouldn't have even gone to Tesco, but I figured I'm out of yogurt completely and I'm almost out of oats, and I kind of wanted to make overnight oats for tomorrow morning because I have another office day tomorrow. And then obviously when I went in there, I bought more than yogurt and oats, but I am gonna do like a bigger grocery shop tomorrow. I did spend like just over 15 pounds, so not great. Because I didn't get that much, but anyway. Oh, Jesus. I got Pop Chips. I was craving something like crunchy and chippy. These are so good. I never buy sour cream and onion anything. It's just like not my go-to flavor, but I like it. This is the only ones they had. So good. And then I got these again because they were so good. Oopsie. And I realized I didn't have like any snacks to bring with me to work tomorrow, and I was really craving fruit as well. I think I'm just like hungry and thirsty right now because I just finished working out. So I got some grapes. I haven't had grapes in so long, and they actually like weren't expensive, and they're always so expensive at home, like $7 or $8, and it was like, I don't know, £1.50 for these. So I'll probably have a couple of these tonight and then pack the rest of them up for work tomorrow, which is nice. And then I got more Scottish oats, my favorite, and I'm like literally almost out. Like whatever I use to make overnight oats will probably be just enough, and then it'll be done. And then I did get yogurt. I've really been liking the Arla Skyer, I feel like Icelandic one. I've really been liking that one, but Tesco only ever, well, the Tesco Express near me only ever has the Faye. And I also love this stuff too, so it's just like a little bit more expensive. I got a protein bar for work tomorrow. And plastic bags. I know, not super sustainable of me. I do normally just use reusable containers, but sometimes you just need a plastic bag. And I reuse them until I can't anymore, so don't come for me. But yeah, let's get the receipt out and see actually in real time how much this cost me. $15.35 for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. It's not great, but what can you do in this cost of living crisis we're in the middle of? But yeah, hopefully I can not spend a shit ton of money on groceries tomorrow. And I have pretty much everything I need to make dinner tonight, and I'm actually really excited to try it. I just found this like random Pinterest recipe, and I'm gonna like put my own twist on it, but it's gonna be like fall vibes. So love that for me. And I'll check in when I spend some more money. Then we come to Thursday. Thursday, back in the office, back to traveling during peak hours in the morning. And then I actually, like I said, went out for a couple of beers with my coworkers after work. I had 2 beers, but my coworker paid for 1, so I only paid for 1. And I traveled, like I said, I traveled home off peak hours. So my transportation cost for that day was actually $5.15 instead of the typical $6.80, which not bad. We come to the end of the work week, and I was working from home on Friday as well, so I didn't spend any money on transportation on Friday. I actually didn't spend any money on transportation all weekend, which is like, I would say not super typical. I do normally like go out and explore a different part of the city, or like go out and meet up with a friend. I did meet up with a friend this weekend, but it was close to me, so I just walked. So generally I would have another like TFL charge during the weekend, at least one. But yeah, so Friday I was feeling crazy. I got Starbucks in the morning, which was $4.50, and then I got fruit because I was running really low on groceries, and I wanted some fruit for my breakfast, and that was also exactly $4.50. So that was £9 altogether for the coffee and the fruit. And then I stopped at Tesco for that one. I also bought 2 subscriptions that day. One of them was Netflix because, like I mentioned in another video, I got kicked off the other Netflix that I was on, like the whole, you know, are you traveling? You can't be a part of the same group anymore. So I got kicked off of that, and I was desperate to start the new season of Sex Education, so bought that on Friday. And I also had to up my iCloud storage because of this new hobby that I'm doing is taking up so much storage. So I accidentally paid for that one on my Canadian card, so I actually spent $10.85 Canadian on that. That's the only thing that would have been in Canadian. Everything else is in pounds, to be clear. And my Netflix subscription was $10.99, so $2.75 weekly if we're breaking it down per week. And then finally I went to Sainsbury's, said I was just gonna do like a couple groceries, like pick up a few things just to get me through the weekend, and I would do a big grocery shop on like Sunday or Monday. And I obviously ended up spending like almost 50 pounds. I spent $49.88, but what can you do? It's not a big deal. Thank you.
Payments accepted.
Okay, it's grocery haul time, and excuse me, I obviously bought way more than I intended to and spent more money than I wanted to. So that's just what you get when you put me in a grocery store. But I think I should be okay for like more than just the weekend, obviously, so I'll be fine. Anyway, I don't care, it makes me happy. I don't spend money on a lot of other stuff, so I just have to be okay with it. First things first, because I already opened these and cracked into them. Oops. We got some Dairy Milk buttons, the twisted ones. You don't even get it. You don't even get it. They're so good. Pink Lady apples. They look so good in like dark red. I'm gonna make nachos tonight. I've been craving nachos for the last little while. I don't know why, but I just got this Tex-Mex thing because I didn't want to buy like one salsa, one sour cream, one guac, and then not use it all. So I'll just have that over the next couple of days and it'll be fine. It is a bit iffy for me buying like pre-made guac anywhere because I hate cilantro so much, but I'll just get over it. Tomatoes, kale because I'm gonna make a salad for lunch tomorrow and the next couple of days. Got some eggs. I haven't had eggs in weeks, so thought it was time. Paper towel, like I said, I needed desperately. They had the almond no sugars, so I'm gonna have some actual frothy milk. Love that for me. A cucumber, an eggplant, or an aubergine as they call it. Got an eggplant because I thought it might be kind of nice to like put this in the air fryer with my tofu. I've had air fried eggplant before and it's so good. Put that on the salad. I got these as my nachos. They're Doritos dippers. Excited. I have a whole other bag as well with the receipts in this one, so let's see how much I spent. Ugh, $49.88, man, 50 pounds, and I really didn't get like that much, but what can you do? What can you do? Oh, there's one other thing in here. A Soul lemon. Love to massage my kale with lemon and olive oil. And then I gotta put this in the freezer right now, so we'll do that. Got some frozen fruit. I really like to have frozen berries because when I run out of regular fresh fruit, it's just nice to have it like on oatmeal and in my protein or in my yogurt bowls and stuff. It's just nice to have. I got some coffee pods. I didn't realize these were like a Christmas flavor, but a caramel flavored espresso, sweet caramel infusion. They sounded good, and they're like one of the Sainsbury's brands, so they weren't crazy expensive. And then what? This like, it's microwavable quinoa and lentils. You know, like I normally get microwavable rice, but I was really craving quinoa, and yes, I could have just bought a bag of quinoa and it would have been way more cost effective, but I just didn't want to. So then I got some chicken. I'm gonna shred some of this, put it on the nachos tonight, and then I'll use the rest of the chicken probably tomorrow. This was really exciting and something I did not need, but I thought it would be fun. It's a Califia Farms pumpkin spice oat milk thing. They never normally have stuff like that here, so I was super excited to see it, and obviously had to buy it. Obviously, and then was out of toothpaste, so got some toothpaste. Was out of body wash, so also got some body wash. It's a chamomile and oat scent, which sounds so weird, but it actually smells really good. And then I got egg whites because I like to mix my egg whites with my eggs. You know, get the higher protein in there. Same with my cottage cheese. I got some bell peppers. I think tonight on my nachos, I'm gonna do obviously cheese, bell peppers, and shredded chicken, and then dip it into that stuff after I put it, probably gonna put it in the air fryer. I got a big thing of tofu, haven't had tofu in a couple weeks too, and it's a staple for me. And then finally, some chickpeas. So my salad is gonna be like a kale, quinoa, and then like roasted veg, and I have some dried fruit and like nuts and seeds, so it's gonna be a fun salad. Which they normally are. That's why I love salads so much, because I actually make them fun and delicious. But yeah, that's the haul. 50 pounds for, you know, it's not bad. It's definitely better than like in Canada prices, what you could get for 50 pounds or whatever that's equivalent to, like $80. And then Saturday, I actually went to a coffee shop. I went to Gail's down the road from me. I love Gail's. If you guys have been there, amazing. And my best friend for my birthday in April got me like a really big gift card for Gail's because we had been together before, and I'm still working through that. So I got a coffee there and did some editing there, but it actually cost me $0 because I used a gift card, which was really nice. So that day I really didn't spend any money except for, I went to Sainsbury's to pick up something. And, I only spent $6.40 there, so I just picked up a couple little things. And finally, we made it to the very, very end of the week, which is Sunday. And on Sunday, I went out for brunch with my friend, which, yeah, like pretty typical. I'll usually, you know, socialize, go out to eat, go out for drinks at least once a weekend. And I spent $16.48 there because I got a matcha and a little meal. And then, like I said, I went to Superdrug. I got some makeup and a Diet Coke, and that cost me $10.98. And then Sainsbury's was 16 pounds even. So gorgeous. And so those were just like my random expenses, a couple random subscriptions. I did also want to go over some of my fixed expenses that I have and then kind of break that down weekly, just so that you guys can have an idea of what I spend on like bills and rent and that type of thing, just because I do find when I'm watching these videos, I find that interesting, and like, I know I'm nosy, but also I think it's good if someone is like came about my video and was thinking about moving to London, like just so you know how expensive things are, or just like what things, like what prices for like rent and utilities and all that random stuff can be. So, okay, no, actually we're gonna go through everything all together. So I have my transportation all together for the 7 days for Monday to Sunday was only $18.75, which I feel like is a little bit below my average. I think I would normally be traveling a little bit more than that. I was just having a really chilled out week. And then groceries all together over the 7 days was $102.03. Not horrible, not great. And then my subscriptions, like I said, so I have my gym subscription, or I put subscriptions and memberships in the same category. So I have my gym membership, which is my typical gym that I go to down the street, just like no frills, regular gym. That one's $27.99 a month. But then I also got this 1 month intro to a different gym that I've been going to, and it's like classes, and it's really expensive, but the 1 month intro was really good. And it wasn't even just 1 month, it was actually 37 days, so it was technically 5 weeks. So I split that cost up over 5 weeks instead of 4. to show you guys the weekly cost, because that one was just like, they were trying to get me to sign up. They added another 7 days, which is really nice. But that's like not a typical expense that I would normally have, but I wanted to include it because this month and this week I did have to pay for that. So I have my gym membership, my regular gym membership, which is $6.99 per week. And then that new gym membership just for the month, which works out to be £10 per week for the 5 weeks that I have it. And then I had my Netflix and my Prime and my iCloud subscription. So my Netflix worked out to be $275 and my Prime worked out to be $225 weekly, and then my iCloud was $10.85 Canadian. So I just didn't really want to add that in because it's like kind of confusing. So we're just gonna pretend the iCloud one doesn't exist. And then for eating out and entertainment, didn't do too much of that. Like went out, grabbed a coffee on Friday morning, went out with my friend for brunch, and had a beer one night. Otherwise, I had that gift card for Gail, so another coffee. But it came to $27.03 altogether, which is, again, I think a little bit below my average, but like not anything crazy. I honestly don't go out to eat that much. I do go out for drinks, I do go out like and socialize, but like I said, I buy a lot of groceries, I cook a lot at home, so I don't go out to eat like that much. So $27.03, not bad, probably a little bit below what I would normally spend. And then for shopping and like miscellaneous random things, I literally only spent $10.98 this week, which again, I don't do a lot of shopping. Could do more, could use a couple more things, but maybe when I'm making more money. And then into the nitty gritty, my fixed expenses, which is literally just my rent and my utilities essentially, because everything's like pretty much included. So my rent is actually $912.91 per month, which is not crazy for the area that I'm in. And like all of the other places that I was looking at when I was moving over here for the second time were well over £1,000 a month plus utilities. So this was like a great deal. Love where I'm at, love my roommate. Like I got very lucky, but yeah, I mean, obviously it's still expensive and I'm still lucky to live here. That breaks down to £228.23 per week. And then for utilities, I don't know if I've mentioned it in another video, I think I did, but we like take our cards, like we take like a card out for the gas thing and a little like USB stick for the electricity, and we have to like go get those filled up with money. It kind of varies month by month. My roommate and I will just interchange when we do it, but it usually works out to be about £40 per month, which in this instance, I'm gonna break it down weekly, which is £10 per week. So again, not too bad. So my fixed expenses altogether weekly would be £238.23. So altogether with my fixed expenses and my random miscellaneous subscriptions, food, groceries, everything comes to £419.01. And without the fixed costs, like if you're not counting my rent and my utilities, then it came to £180.78. Yeah, so that is what I spent in a week as a 27-year-old working in marketing and living in London, living in one of the most expensive cities in the world. But I love it here, and that is why I'm still here. That's what I spend on a pretty typical, pretty average week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and like I said in my last, or one of my last videos, it helps out so much if you like, comment, like my video, subscribe to my channel, share it if you're feeling so inclined. Yeah, it just like really helps me get reached and seen by other people who might not typically, you know, like people who maybe don't follow me on Instagram, who don't know me personally. It helps me reach them as well. So if you could just give this video a like if you did like it, and comment what you want to see from me next, I would appreciate that, and I would love that so much, and I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.